Ellen Chan, an administrative officer for the Hong Kong government, reports for duty each day. Not in Hong Kong, but in Guangdong. She is now Deputy Director of the Hong Kong Economic and Trade Office in Guangdong, responsible for liaising on trade and economic activities with government officials and related organizations throughout 5 provinces in the mainland. On the day of the interview with news.gov.hk, Ms. Chan had been working at this post for less than 2 months and was still adapting to her new working environment. She'd welcomed the chance to participate in preparations for the Universiade 2011, the University Games in Shenzhen. Clearly, Ms. Chan relished the challenges of her new position.
It is not usual for an administrative officer to be posted outside Hong Kong, and even less often when we get posted to a mainland office. And I think this is a very good opportunity for us to learn about the culture here and how the mainland government works, because as Hong Kong has an ever closer cooperation with the mainland and ever closer relationship with the mainland, it would be inevitable that we would need to get in touch with the mainland government. I think it would definitely help me with whatever posts that I would be assuming in the future.
For the past 3.5 years, Ms. Chan had been working in the Home Affairs Bureau and the Transport and Housing Bureau, dealing with religious and railway affairs. As Ms. Chan had studied in the U.S. before, she's used to taking care of herself alone in a new living environment. She always has her luggage at the ready for frequent business trips in the mainland.
Moving to a different city, I'll have to get used to the living environment. I'll have to explore, say, the location of supermarket and things like that so that I can get the things I need. When I was in Hong Kong, I usually spend my time after work, say, having dinner with friends and family. But since I'm here and they're not with me, I will sometimes spend the evening at home watching TV or surfing the internet and chatting with my friends online.
Another Hong Kong administrative officer, Eddie Lee, works halfway round the globe in Brussels, where he is now deputy representative of the Hong Kong Economic and Trade Office there. In his past 12 years as an administrative officer, he has worked in 2 policy bureaus and spent 2 years working in the Economic and Trade Office in London. Mr. Lee, his wife and 2 daughters now make their home in Brussels. He spends most of his working day outside the office, though, attending conferences and meetings to meet with different countries' government officials and business leaders, seeking economic and trade cooperation opportunities.
We should try our best to at least get a basic understanding of the culture, of the economy of that country. So for me, I pay a lot of attention to everything, including the local news, the new announcement of the government about, say, new policy, new measures. And I even pay attention to the market price in the supermarket and also in transport fares, etc.
Mr. Lee enjoys his work, especially as it allows him to travel a great deal. To help break down communication barriers, he has studied foreign languages, including Russian and French.
I recall that after I had my first Russian lesson, I managed to have the opportunity to meet with a Russian friend. And when I met him, I said to him, "Das Vidania," which in English actually means goodbye. Then I immediately corrected myself by saying "Здравствуйте," which is the correct version of hello. So my Russian friend, instead of laughing at me, actually he appreciated it. He appreciated my effort to learn his language. And after that, I think our cooperation get even more closer and closer.
Mr. Lee makes frequent business trips within Europe. He recalls a particularly peripatetic day when he found himself in London in the morning, flying to Finland in the afternoon, and then on to Russia at midnight. He is also quick to lend a hand to people in need.
Last Christmas, there was a heavy snowstorm in UK and the airport was shut down with a few hundreds of Hong Kong students stranded at that airport. So we need to go to the airport and try our very best to work with the airline company to see how we can, get the student back to Hong Kong as quickly as possible. After we have helped all the students back to Hong Kong safely, I received quite a number of thank you letters and emails, which gives our team a lot of satisfaction. I can happily say that I think I made the right decision in applying for the ETO's post, because I think representing the Hong Kong government in overseas countries, it is a very precious opportunity for me, where I can really live and work in a foreign country to experience something new and to gain more international exposure.